Hello fellas, and welcome to the next one of my Let's Build series. We are starting with something a bit different today, very different from the starter build we had on the last one. So I had like a bit of an idea if we have like some kind of little limitations. So what I decided was we use the basically like shipping containers, and they pretty much come in like about 2.5 to 3 meter wide and up to either 6 meters or 12 meters long. So I thought would stick with those kind of sizes. So that's how you see now we've got some are basically 3 by 12, 3 by 6 and 3 by 12, and I basically just arranged them sort of in line and two on the top as well. And I use that as the basic format for how pretty much the layout would work, and then use them all as different rooms. So as you can see, you've got the big long one on the bottom. I've got two to the right of it, and 3 to the left, and obviously you've got the one on the top and the two on the front as well. I'm going to use them as different rooms each. So like we're going to start with like the hallway. We'll have the kitchen, dining area, and just like a couple of bedrooms and things like that. And each one will contain a different room itself. So I thought that'd be quite a nice idea to do. To begin with, it was a struggle working out what tiles to actually use on them. Like I probably spent more time working on the actual tiling than I did anything else. Mostly because I wanted them to like match, but not the sort of the I don't know how to explain it really. Like I want them all to like match, and I wanted all the match the actual colour of the thing it was going on itself. You know, the actual container. If you had a red container, I wanted to have like a red roof on it and that. And it was a bit weird because they've got the two different versions of like the metal grating. One's, and I was contemplating which one to use. I ended up using the second one. You'll probably see me doing this for quite some time. It did take me a bit of time working out all the colours to use for the tiling, because despite the fact the colours of the walls, there's only about 4 or 5. I think there's about 5 in total. And when you're using 5 tiles to colour up, like I think it was 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Yeah, so 5 tiles to do 9 containers. It was a bit tricky to begin with, but I got there eventually. And thus, we're actually heading on inside. Now I used mostly arches, because the idea was I wanted to basically cut out, instead of just having like doors all over the place, I just wanted to basically just cut out the pieces to like as though to just say like a green thumb kind of thing. So instead of it all being like using extra doors and things like that, you just cut out, and then that would get recycled and things like that. I suppose thinking about it though, I could use that sheet metal as the door, but then the sheet metals you get in this game aren't really ideal for it. So arches work pretty well, to be honest, and actually it opens them out a bit, considering all the rooms are really long and thin. It opened them out quite a bit actually, so I'm quite happy with that, to be honest. See, under the stairs we've actually used like a different type of metal, because it's not exactly, because I've had to split those two rooms apart, it wouldn't be the same metal as what the containers would be. So we've used like standard sheet metal there. I think I did do that on the top, but no, I changed it to the base of that one, that red hallway at the top. Now I was struggling to find out where the actual railing for that was. I found it eventually, because I wanted it to work well, and I was going with kind of like a multicoloured kind of vibe, which is why I looked at a door first, and it was way too brash. It was horrible. I did not like it, so I exchanged that. And we're coming with the door. Yeah, this door. We use this one. I use the blue one because the blue actually goes quite well with the that main hallway, and I think we tend to use that from pretty much all the windows. The white and blue all around. It goes quite well with everything, to be honest, so I couldn't really complain. It made all the windows look the same as well, so a bit more uniform. But I suppose I quite liked it. I put a couple back doors. We do have a back garden, quote unquote garden. You'll see that later. So to begin with, we're pretty much just working out where all the doors are going like that. That door to the you'll see the plan to begin with, but we'll have the main 12 meter one is the main hallway. To the left you've got the living room, and then behind that is sort of like a study kind of thing. I think it basically worked as a study, and then the green one's obviously the bathroom, which is why you saw me changing where the door was. Mostly because you don't want to go in through your living room to your bathroom, so you go through the study to do it instead. Which, I suppose it's one way to do it, but it'd look a bit weird having it on the other side of the house, I think. So I thought that'd probably be the best place for it. On the top, we on the other side, sorry, we have the kitchen and dining area, pretty much. There wasn't really much to do there, so... I don't know. Because of the size of the rooms, they were a bit tricky to get around some stuff, but it worked out eventually. On the top floor, obviously, we have the standard hallway once again, go in the opposite direction. I did that mostly so that those stairs would fit in better. I was going to... I didn't really want it all in the same way, because it just looked weird. I like the fact it was in the other... It was rotated 90 degrees. It gave a different kind of angle to it, rather than everything just be straight. So I thought it'd be better doing it like that. And so that's why I pulled the two apart, so we can fit the stairs in better, because it would not go in with the straightness of the downstairs and then the narrowness of the upstairs. It wouldn't have worked. So that's why I pulled them apart, and then we sent them up sideways, and then they came up in line with the top one, and it worked out just enough, because there was just enough room for the door archways to the two bedrooms. But we're now starting with the kitchen. Now I went with pretty much a blue theme again, don't blame me, but the colour swatches on the cookers aren't brilliant, but it's not too bad for what it is, considering the way it works. I went with kind of... I wouldn't say I kind of went entirely green thumb with it, but it was, the idea was to look at a bit more conservative, I think, of the quote unquote environment, despite the fact half it's made of wood. Well, in fact, really the whole thing's made out of wood, because there isn't actually any metal panelling, but we'll gloss over that. And actually having all this wood panelling works both as indoor and interior and exterior wall painting stuff, because I didn't actually use any other wallpaper stuff or anything. Like, none of it's painted. It's literally all the same. Each one's got its own colour, inside and outside, and it actually works better than I thought it was going to work. Oh, this was a ball ache to try and get up. I used a little move object to put it into a better place than the diagonal and halfway across it wanted. So I had to spam a crap ton of those utensils to get it in there. Like, you can see the amount I had to pull on that. Literally, the way you have to do them, you have to fill the whole shelf up, and then remove the old ones that you didn't want, and then obviously it ended up clipping, so I had to shimmy it back again. And it's just annoying. You have to put all of the... You have to fill the entire worktop to fit it in place. It's a bit annoying. It's not... You can't use it. It's just there just for the look of it. I'm not gonna lie, I was looking through quite a few things at one point. You'll probably see me doing it. I think it was when I was going through the hallway. I was looking for decorations. I would just find loads of random crap in that. It was ridiculous. But we made it onto the dining area now. Now this one is probably the hardest one to decorate, in the sense that in a dining area, all you really need is decorations, tables and chairs. That's basically it, and maybe use a radio of some sort. So this is the hardest one to decorate, so I don't really put much in it, really. I put like a clock. I think I put a clock in it. I may have done. So it may have been a clock, a couple of paintings, and basically table and chairs. Didn't realise that table isn't an actual dining table. I don't know what you use it for. It's a university one, whether it's like some kind of buffet thing or something. I'm not sure. I couldn't really tell you. I've never really played with the university. I've only had them less than a week. Well, about a week now. So, but yeah. But we changed it up anyway. So we come with the blue one. It's not 6 chairs. It's 4 now. I changed it to a 4 chair one. I couldn't. It took me. I wasn't sure if it was going to fit properly, to be honest, because it got in right, but with it, because they were so close to the side of the walls, it was the how do you say? I was trying to shimmy it away from the back wall, so then that's why I ended up moving the I moved the door over a bit more so you can actually get more room. So the table and chairs were in the middle of the I think itself. I thought it worked out better then. And so there you go, little painting that side and another one this side. Yeah, that pretty much. I think that was it. Or did I put the clock? No, no. I think that was it. We went into the hallway. Now with this one, I pretty much I wanted a mat all the way across. Obviously they don't go as long as you want them to, so we ended up with the pairs. I think I used those ones. I believe you used those ones because the other ones were one tile bigger, so they didn't go all the full way. When you walk in, you get a nice mirror, or when you walk out, you can finish up whatever you're doing. And then we have like a little obviously the coat hangers and your shoes and things there again. I went with the full set one once I eventually find it. It took me a bit to find. I was going same as before, but then I do quite like those sets, like those, and then the shoes. Was kind of like, I quite like the shoes, just for that little detail. And then I found out and then I saw that big set there, and then he ended up using that. The colour swatches, they're not too bad, and they tend to go with the hallway colour pretty well actually, so I was quite happy with that. We had the little painting there. This one's pretty much, oh blimey, this one is pretty much just a sense of just decorations and things, and just to like liven the place up. I was thinking about using those to hold them up, and I was like, nah, there's no point. I can't even remember what I put here at the end. What did I put there? I have no idea. Yeah, no idea, but just in the other room there, the white one, that's where the living room, there you go, this is where I found out all those other stuff. Just like random things. I think they're like props for the movie stuff, the Star Life. Get Famous, that's the one. I was thinking Superstar from like the first Sims, blooming out, it was a long while ago. That was probably one of the decent ones. Using the Superstar, it was basically you had actual gradings for it. It was difficult, but it was probably the most fun with it. Pretty hard if you're trying to do it without cheats, but like the entire first Sims, but it worked. We then went on to the bathroom. I was struggling to fill this place, to be honest. This one was, I think, I wanted pretty much, the only reason why I used the corner is because it was big. I wanted to fill out more space than what I could, because pretty much all you need is a bath and or shower, sink and toilet, but it didn't seem like a lot, so I thought, you know what, I'll put a bath in there, and then we'll put a shower as well, just to like fill out the space, because otherwise you're not really using much of it. And then I finished the rest with the just a few like baskets and toilet paper and towels and things, just to like fill out the space because it looked really empty. Yeah, and as you can see, it's got a green vibe. So like the bathroom's got a green vibe, living room's got white and brownish, I think. The kitchen blue and white, pretty much. The dining area, that's a bit of a deeper blue, I think. Like each one's got its own colour. The study, that ends up having an orange tone to it as well. And it's just the little things like that. I quite liked the different shades. It varied all the rooms. I was quite happy with that, to be honest. It worked out looking better than I thought. So here I'm just looking at what to use, and I thought, you know what, bathroom, why not use bathrooms? Using them as both green, they were all right, but they were proper neon green. I suppose it wouldn't have really mattered, but it did look right with them stuck against the wall. The towels weren't so bad because they were like pull out against it. Those things, they were just stuck at the wall, and I think they didn't contrast very much with the towels, because it's got the rail there as well. The black sort of pops them out as something different. Whereas they're just stuck there. It had like a black outline, a black stroke, but they wouldn't look right otherwise. So we just went with the standard white. And obviously you got the basket there to fill out the space as well. Living room. Now, this one I was trying to work out how to orient where everything went. I was going to start with the TV there. However, I ended up changing it to the other corner, the right corner, so that I could fit more chairs in, because I wanted the big long 3-seater, and then I had enough room to put 2 more, but then it didn't seem right having the chairs sideways, so we turned the TV to the other side as you are now, and then we put the 3-seater where those 2 singles are, and we moved them along. And I think I'd pretty much put those 2 sideways, and then we put the other seat in the centre, and we put a couple of end tables on either side. I'm quite happy with that. There's not a lot in the living room, but it's quite cosy, to be honest. To be honest, this is a nice. I'm pretty proud of this house. I'm not one to toot my horn very much, but I'm quite proud of this, just as a little concept design. So I am kind of proud of this one. I'm not one to toot my horn much, but I'm quite happy with these ones. I did put some more decorations in that living room. I'll go back to it at some point. Then we're on to the studio hall. I put a door in there just to be so there's another way to get out. I put 2 doors, one in the kitchen, one in the study, just to make more than one way to get out of the house, even though it doesn't really make much difference. But I liked the way the door was I didn't want them coming straight out the back, because they didn't look right with the thing, with the sizing, and obviously because like the front door's 3, so it didn't look too bad. With the doors only being 2 blocks wide, it looked a bit weird having them on either or side of the compartment itself. So I thought on the sides it works a lot better. So that's why you have one in the study and in the kitchen. It gives you more routes to get in and out. Not that you'd need more routes, but I just thought it was fun to play around with more than one door. No idea. But what we're doing, we've got the study. This is more orange based, even though that the sound systems aren't what I'd say as good. I didn't want just standard radios because they're a bit bland, but considering like what you get with the higher end ones, it's either grey, black or white, and it's not really much else. So we just went with the grey ones, and it worked with the actual table itself, the desk itself, I suppose, with the glass on top, just to have something in there. And then I thought I'd put a bookshelf in there as well, just as like, obviously it's a study, isn't it? So you want a bookshelf in there. I was choosing between 2 different colours there, and that's pretty much what I put in there. And I think I found a couple of pictures to put up, hang up. I can't remember what I used. What did I use? It wasn't post. I was looking for like one of those little pick me up, you can do it kitty kind of thing, but they don't have any of these like at all. So did I leave that there? I think, yeah, I must have left that there. These fit quite nicely in there, so I did use one of those. I was wondering with the one here, but they're both fine. And then one went behind the actual computer itself, and then I went back to the living room, even though, because I realised, I haven't put anything up on this. This one, it was a choice of 2 things. I wanted that thing in there because it helped with the seats itself. It was the same colour. And then I saw this thing and I was like, that thing's massive. And I was like, it's probably going to be better behind the telly. So yeah, we did put that there. looking through the colours. I put it as the blue because then it goes with the walls better than with the white. It makes it a bit different. And thus we end up upstairs. Now upstairs it was a bit tricky to work this one through. The bedrooms, considering the size of them, they are really small. Once you put a bed in there, they're really small, really small. This one was a bit tricky to work out as well. Outside, I was going to use these as balconies, like same as front and the back. They were going to be balconies, and I was wondering where to put the stairs because I just couldn't think of it. I was going to put them, because for some reason it allows you to put them directly in front of the door, even though I'm pretty sure that would stop them being able to use it. So I don't know why it lets you do that, but for some reason it does. And so when we came to it, I just put them at the side. I didn't want it there because it came out a bit, but to be honest, when you put the tiles down as well, it didn't look too bad, to be honest. So, and I think they didn't have actually put much outside. I just wanted a way to get down from the top. Even though looking at it, I forgot to put a door. I think I have put one on there. Yeah, I did, because it was a ball ache. Because it was I put a door there. I'm pretty sure I put a door there because I know I put one out on the one of the bedroom. I think I put one out in thingy, and the hallway as well. And then I realised I haven't changed the lights up yet, so we do that now. I was trying to find a light that had colours for each room, but no. Nope, who'd have thought? So yeah, I was just going through looking for relatively decent coloured lights, and they pretty much just ended mostly the same stuff all the way through. I think the only one I kept was the bathroom. Yeah, upstairs it was mostly the same for lights, although I don't think I did. I think I did lights later. Yeah, we started with the bedrooms. Now this was annoying because I was going to get the red one as the master room. However, because there's a door there as well, it pretty much negates any form of fitting anything else in there. I wasn't even sure if they were going to be able to use the bed. They can in the other room, but in this one, like, I was trying to think, where do I put a dresser now? Because there's just nowhere now. It just had to be swapped over so it could it actually fit. So with the obviously you kept the colour schemes as well. So the smaller bedroom has a obviously red equipment and stuff, and then it had like a green and orange vibe for the other one, and then outside it was pretty much just a bookcase and some chairs. Now honestly, when it came outside, chairs are the worst. Like, I wanted a nice long chair, got one of them. There's no single ones of those chairs either. No. So this is the problem. Like, there's always, you've got nice sets, but then they don't fill the sets out completely. It's annoying. But yeah, literally the bedrooms were pretty much a case of TV, music, radio thing, and decorations and bed and dresser. That was pretty much it. Most of it was just posters and stuff. Like, obviously the adult one that had mostly just picked just like that picture, and then I think I put another one on the side. I can't think of what it was. Oh yeah, I remembered I needed a mirror, so for some reason a mirror wasn't added to it. I've completely forgot, but then we did do one, and then I realised I didn't do that light either. Yeah, well, it's done now. So yeah, the bedrooms, they were quite lacking, and I was working out the other room. It must have been like a bit more of a kid's room because it's made for 3. So like, obviously you got the 2 parents and the child. That's kind of how I was going with it. So then you'd have mostly posters hanging around the walls. That's pretty much what I went with. I was going with ones that kind of fit the colour of the room more. So like dark colours, reds, oranges, things like that. I was going to overlay them, but the amount of Z fighting was ridiculous, and it wasn't like, it didn't look right. So then I just went through a load of different pictures we could use. I think I put like 3 on each wall. I'm pretty sure that's how much I got. It's something along the lines of that. And obviously you got the 2 pictures you have on the in the the master, well, quote unquote master room. They're both the same size, but the double bedroom. I think I put something else. I can't think. But yeah, here we end up having two different chairs. I was thinking doing that chair again, but I don't think that if that chair's got a secondary one of the same kind, I think it is that one. But for some reason, it doesn't have the same colour. It's weird. Like that looks like that chair, but there's no colour in the single seated one, which is what annoyed me. So I had to find another chair, or I didn't. I used the same ones and just rotate them a little. But I don't understand. Like that chair, it has a 3-seater and a 2-seater version, but it doesn't have the single chair version. Or if that was the chair, there's no black and red. Whereas there's a brown and red, and there's a brown and red in that one as well, but there's no black and red. And it was really weird, and it's happened the same outside. You'll probably see in a minute. Like it had an outdoor 3-seater chair, and there just wasn't a single-seater version of it. And it's just the weird things you get like that. It doesn't really make that much sense, really. Obviously, and then we put a load of different pictures around. Yeah, it was just trying to get the colours in right. I mean, about said, and this is where you'll see that chair I've been saying, like literally that chair. I thought the chair was quite nice, and I could not for the life of me work out a single or double version of that chair. It does not exist. I don't know why. So then I just went with the chair in doubles, and like I don't even know if that chair has a triple either, because I don't think I saw a triple version of that chair either. So don't know if that exists. Yeah, and then this is annoying as well. Like you build a room and then it deletes the flooring you've already put there. That's annoying as well. And this is where we start with the outside. Now, the inside's pretty much done. Have I decided to not put a thing up there? I think I did one eventually. Surely, I'm not stupid enough not to put a door in there, am I? I might have to go and have a look to see if I've decided not to put a door there. I think I did. Because I think I remember moving a painting or something to put there. Oh no, I removed the window. Yeah, there is a door there. It's alright, so you will be fine. So yeah, the outside, it's not really garden, it's just like a barbecue area. It's just a seat and obviously the barbecue. I'm not sure what I'm doing there. What am I looking for? There we go. Yeah, so I didn't want to use the same table and chairs, so we did end up using something different. Yeah, we used more of the modern one. I would think of using the round one, but then I realised, oh yeah, this thing doesn't work. I quite liked the look of that table, but you just can't have seats at it, so I don't understand. I'm assuming it's like a buffet bar kind of thing. It must be. I can't think of anything else it would be. Not with actually going to the university stuff itself, and I haven't really looked at any of that. Yeah, and considering I worked out as a 3-bed house or 2-bed house, but 3-person house, I just changed all the chairs so there was only 4. So you have the one guest. You probably could have more, but I didn't really see that much of a need to. You'd have like your 2 parents and then your kid and its friend. And then if your other people have friends, the kid could go eat somewhere else. Who knows? Just things like that. There we go. I did put the door. I was pretty sure I put a door in that. Doors aren't one thing I tend to forget that much. If anything, it would be a bin. Although once I have forgot to put a bathroom in one. And I was like, oh wait, hang on. Might need a bathroom. I literally built the whole building. Everyone's like, yeah, that's an awesome building. And then I'm just playing it with my sim inside it. And then immediately, well not immediately, but like about half an hour later, they came, oh no, I need the bathroom. I was like, oh crap, I didn't put a bathroom in. So yeah, I've done that before. That was a weird one. And now it's pretty much just getting the outside neatened up. It was mostly just working out what bin to use and what just random things like the bins. I'm not a fan of the bins at all. And then I couldn't really use the square concrete one with this one either. It just didn't look right, so I think I used that in green. think it was green I used. Maybe not. But yeah, we actually have put spotlights all the way around as well. And it's a surprise. It worked out really well, actually. I'm quite happy with these spotlights. They actually light up the area quite nicely, actually. There you go, look at that. That's kind of nice. And then I thought the actual whole building's quite dark as well. So we ended up putting lights outside. And it actually lights the place up pretty well. I didn't really think I'd do that in the previous one. But then with it being such a cheap house, you won't really expect it as much. So, but even so, like, I'm quite happy the way it lights up pretty nicely. And then we end up just doing the, I wouldn't say garden, just prettying up the rest of the area. So we have like plants and things, like we have flower in that little gap. So it's not just a blank gap. Hedges round it. Just the little things here and there, just to like tone it in. So otherwise you don't want it all just blocks and things. So I quite like the idea around it. And then we'll just put like rocks near this one just to add a bit of detail. I'm quite happy with those. So yeah, and that's pretty much the main thing, and it's just testing as long as everything works. And as far as I know, pretty much everything fit in and worked perfectly. I didn't think I found anything that wouldn't do. So this is perfectly functional. You can cook, you can eat, you can do what you need, eat it, use a fridge, wash, everything. It's all basically. I can sit on all 4 of those chairs. And surprised, I wasn't sure if they were going to be able to use the bed, and pretty much immediately when I tried to nap twice, it just went on the same side. I was wondering if it could. No, they can go on both sides. So yeah, everything's perfectly feasible. So yeah, and that is the whole lot. So then we come to the screenshots. So this was pretty nice one to make up. It was a bit of an idea. I was thinking, it came up just random like, I wonder if I could make some like containers and things like that. And it's got a nice modern look to it as well, so I'm quite happy with that. So we've got the screenshot. This is available obviously in the on the workshop already. You could have had that a couple of days ago by now. Yes, I put it up yesterday. This will be going up tomorrow, so you could have had it a couple of days ago. So yeah, it's a quite nice one. I'm quite happy with this. All the everything's obviously usable in that. You can always add some stuff in that. Yeah, there's a dining area, which is very simplistic, and I just wish these walls looked a bit more metal-y instead of wooden. Other than that, I'm pretty happy with it. Obviously, you've got the double bedroom, well, double bedroom, and then it comes towards, yeah, there's the single bedroom for the kids. One it's posters. There's not a lot in the rooms. There's not really a lot of space with them. You can always like put like a guitar in there or something. And then we come to the outside ones and things like that. So yeah, it's available there. I think it came to just under 90,000. I think the total pricing. There's no other like a lot of effects, as it were. Like the other one had natural lighting. That doesn't happen. There's nothing like that on this one. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So then, thank you for watching, guys. Yeah, I've just completely forgotten my outro. So thanks for watching. Leave a like if you like this one. Subscribe to see some more. And I'll see you in the next one. See you, fellas.